Norbert Okec.
Hi, Joey?
Yes, I'm so excited here by
Oh,
seeing what you do. Tell us what you are doing, who you are.
my name is Norbert Okec. I am here in Nairobi, Maker Fair 2010 from Kampala, Uganda. And a friend of mine told me about this Maker Fair. A friend who is so fed up that I'm stuck in the garage making stuff all the time. So she thought that some of this stuff should see the light of day. And I'm so glad you guys have organized something like this, because otherwise these things would have stayed in my garden directing the pickup I have. But see, the idea of this thing is okay. Looking at it here, it's solar powered. Let's start at the top. Solar powered, because I've seen a lot of the street lights in my town, Kampala, not working primarily because of power. So I thought, and I've been making public lighting systems using LEDs and solar power. But
Just speak up.
But I decided to make some traffic lights because I thought somebody might get interested. Now I'll just come on to that in just a minute. But let me just tell you a little bit about this device here. Solar powered, a prototype. It looks like a prototype. You can see there's wood, whereas I would have preferred to use something like aluminium. Aluminium.
Okay.
Aluminum. Very wrong. Aluminium.
You want?
Okay.
Okay.
These cowlings, in the spirit of Maker Fair, has been made from PVC plastic pipe, which was left over from my construction job. So I just cut the pipe, made a very nice cowling, painted the inside black so that the light is actually visible even in bright daylight conditions, because as you know, this thing is designed to be out in the light. The LEDs, the little LEDs, were a little difficult to get, but fortunately, yeah, they're large. These are 8mm LEDs. A friend of mine went to China and brought me back a whole load of them. He brought me a bag, and he said he bought these at a market stall.
Where did you get your materials, basically?
The LEDs came from a market stall somewhere in a Chinese city. I can't remember which one.
You don't know which city?
I don't know which city, but
We'll find out for you.
We'll find out. But then I have also ordered LEDs online.
Okay.
Very difficult because, one, I don't have credit card because my bank won't give me one. So I have to identify a maker who's going to accept payment like MoneyGram or the things that are the money transfer systems that we have available.
Yeah.
And not all suppliers of some of these products, particularly the ones in China and Europe, they will not allow any online transaction if it's not PayPal. Uganda is miles and miles away from PayPal, so getting some of these materials is actually quite difficult.
Yes. So material.
That was the
payment
LEDs.
system.
The payment system is
Mechanism.
It's not doing us any favors. So that's where the LEDs came from. The lights are controlled automatically by a controller board. Now this controller, well, fortunately, I sourced everything locally in Kampala. All these components I found locally. That one I actually got out of a computer that wasn't working. So that's a serial port.
So okay, you recycle some of them.
Oh yeah,
you bought some of new ones.
Recycled plastic pipe and
How about those components here?
That was recycled. That was recycled. This is recycled. That is recycled. And yeah, those little bits of wire are all recycled.
Okay.
And other than that, everything is new. That programmable chip I was able to find surprisingly in a shop in Kampala, because the first ones that I got, I had to get from the UK. Unfortunately, I've got friends who are Diane, so they just posted it to me.
Okay.
But most of the controller board, apart from being recycled, I was also able to source the components locally in Kampala. And where do I want to take this thing? Well, that is where I am still kind of deciding. At one point I thought, because I'm building these things myself, I'm not part of a company, I'm just on my own. I wanted to create a manual how to make this thing and possibly sell it. An ebook is what I wanted to write, which is it's in the process. So the ebook is there. Next step is, who am I going to sell these things to? And I've had sort of like various ideas. Perhaps I want to put an ad in something like a road engineers magazine, or really this is bringing a rather complex light control system into the hands of locally made local technicians. So if a road engineer wants to incorporate the control signals into his design, he needn't shop very far. He can make them in-house if he has my ebook. I'm not an electrician, I'm not an electronics engineer, I'm a chemist. Now,
You're a chemist?
yes, I'm just dabbling in electronics, just to show you that this is doable. It is not rocket science. So I'm also trying to simplify something that looks as complicated as road traffic signals. I'm trying to simplify it into, as you see, plastic pipes and bits of wood. That is what I'm trying to do.
You're really touching on the issue that is already go beyond the citizen. Sure, we can set up the street light, but who owns the street? Who controls? So that's a policy, government policy. So do you see that Uganda government is going towards the direction of looking at solar to power the street light system? Because in Ghana, Ministry of Local Government is looking for street light powered by solar. Maybe your invention is needed over there.
Oh, give me a ticket to Ghana now.
So how about your government, Uganda? How do they see this? How would they see this?
I think they would welcome this. They would welcome this with open hands. I haven't approached them officially. I'm at a prototype stage, but as I said, I want to train people how to do this. You know, I don't want to be the manufacturer making all this thing with, not telling anyone my secrets and so on. No. This is. It's open source hardware, is what I'd like to see. This is
open source hardware.
Yeah. Open hardware,
Yeah.
if you can call it that. So that's a little bit about this. You'd ask me some other questions. I haven't covered everything.
How would you like the audience to support you or to join you? But you kind of outlined some things already.
Yeah.
Wait.
So I would really like students to come and find out how to put this together. Perhaps my ebook will help part of university course in. There's many components here that the technology is transferable into other areas. I'll tell you, for instance, these discs that I have cut out were cut by a CNC mill, which a friend of mine teaches in the international school in Uganda, and they have access to some very high-tech equipment. So I went in there, cut the discs, made all the holes, but I'm actually trying to build my own mill. I'm trying to build my own mill which will cut these lights out, which will cut these discs out, and it's actually very simple. All you need is like a rotating disc and something to cut it out. So there's a lot of technology that can be transferred into other areas. So, I'd be so happy if universities, colleges, students would come and show some interest, ask me how it's been done, and I'll tell them it's simple, it's not rocket science, it really is doable. It really is doable.
So give us 3-4 examples
Yep.
where this can be used.
All right, definitely on the streets to control public transport. It can be used on the streets to control public transport. Also in private car parks, where you sometimes there's lots of security checks, unfortunately, where you have to stop, and sometimes you don't see the guard waving you to stop because you're so tuned to seeing a red light. So this is where something like this can be used. So apart from the stoplights, which will stop and make traffic go, can be used for pedestrian crossings because each one of these can be used at zebra crossings. I can have it flash, say amber. This is the more elaborate design. It's designed to control four-way junction. You can see I've only have 2 of them up here, but I can mount 4 of them. It's a very lightweight pole. It needn't be mounted on a pole. You can actually mount it on a cable across the road and have the solar panel somewhere. It's very lightweight. As you can, it's a very lightweight system. So mounting it is, I don't think, will be a real big issue. Where has it been tested? I've had it on in my garden for months. It's been rained on, and so that I can fiddle with it now and again, and so on. So the rain caused a little bit of damage, which I know I can rectify. I can make it more waterproof, but I know it can work unattended in all kind of rainy conditions as well.
Are you familiar with Twitter?
Yes.
So give us 140 characters on your project.
140 characters.
And that's the last one.
Count them one by one. I don't know Swahili so well. Unajua what sisi wa Uganda watu wengi wanaongea Kizungu. Lakini mimi nilisoma hapo Kitale, so my Kiswahili is a little bit better than the average Ugandan one.
Okay, 140.
Twitter, 140. Oh, let me see. This is proof that old bits of drain pipe and little bits of wood and solar panels can make fairly complicated traffic light control systems.
Okay, perfect. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.